All right, welcome back, YouTube world. If you saw my first fast growing trees video, what we're looking at here is what was the twig at the end of that video. So I had planted a specific type of elm, a special elm, that was like really cool. I saw a really cool specimen at Williamsburg, Virginia, this miraculous, magnificent tree, and I wanted one. Well, it did not thrive. And I recommended at the end of that video, if you are planting something from Fast Growing Trees and they have their 1-year warranty, to purchase it and plant it in the fall. That way, you know it lives and you know it makes it through the winter, and you still have, time in your 1-year warranty. Because what had happened to me was I planted the elm kind of like in the spring, and it did not come back the following spring. It thrived the first year, but did not come back the following spring. And I was just kind of watching it because I had some other trees that hadn't leafed out yet. And since I had not had it through a winter and leafing out in my possession, I was not sure if it was just late to leaf. Well, it ended up getting suckers down at the tree base, and I called Fast Growing Trees. I was a little past the year. They didn't leave me hanging, but the warranty was void and the tree was dead, so I lost it. So this is what I planted in its place. Now this tree has been planted a little over 2 years now. This is a tulip poplar. Now, tulip poplars are known to grow fast, known to do well in most soil types. So, I guess maybe the odds should be a little better with this. You can see here the date, 8/22/22. That is when I purchased this tree, or when they plucked it from the soil or whatever they did, and they shipped it to me. I planted it like probably mid-September 2022, and it is now 2025. So I guess this is its 3rd year. Actually, it just finished year 3, and it's doing really well. Doing really well. Has made it through the winters. I did have a problem with a pest this year. I gave it a little spray. It was really hitting the leaves hard. Gave it a little spray. It did just fine, and it's doing well. It has not flowered yet, but that is to be expected. Now, in my previous video, I had also planted a birch, a river birch tree from Fast Growing Trees. And I want to follow up with you on that tree and show you what it's looking like. And we'll just walk towards it here while I talk. I had been asked about an additional follow-up for quite some time, and I've finally gotten around to it. But I've actually done a good bit of purchasing from Fast Growing Trees since my original video. I've planted a hedge down by the road with all from plants from Fast Growing Trees, and I'm about to plant another hedge down there, and I will show you those plants. They're all here. So this is the birch. The leaves are starting to drop on it because right now it is the beginning of October. So this tree has been planted about, I guess you could say, 3.5 years now. And this is also a fast growing tree. You can maybe see that mine has 4 little trees there growing. And the peeling there that you're seeing on the trunks is a part of the birch, just a natural look of it. Now, up to this point, I have not pruned this tree at all, but it is now time, I feel like, for me to cut some lower branches off, to work on developing, more of a tree-like look. It's starting to get to be a little, shrubby looking, and there are a lot of trees like that, where, you can kind of groom them or train them as you go, and work on their shape. But here this fall, I'm going to cut off some lower branches on this birch here. But I feel like this past year particularly, it has really taken off. It's just really, really gone to town. And I remember when I purchased it, I was wondering if I would have 2 trunks or 3 trunks, and I was pleasantly surprised that it has 4 trunks. Now, I've done some research, and the trunks, it's not that it is one tree with 4 trunks. It's actually 4 separate trees, and this is a way in which these trees grow. Now, since it's 4 different trees, they're all kind of competing for the same nutrients and you know, water, all that stuff. So it can delay, it can slow down the growing of this particular type of tree if you have multiple little trunks versus one trunk, because the one trunk would be able to focus all that energy that's available to the one tree trunk, you know, the one tree, and so it would grow much quicker. But even so, this is still a fast growing tree. It's doing well. It's doing really well, and I am looking forward to seeing what it looks like after I prune it or trim it down a little, and you know, what the next spring does to it. But you can see it's getting some height. I mean, it's at least double what it was when I bought it. I did buy the highest, the tallest available when I purchased it. Okay, and now you can see this whole line here. I believe it's 24 knockout rose bushes, all of which are from fast growing trees. I plan on making a hedge with these. Now, let me tell you a little bit about why I have found buying for a hedgerow exceptionally convenient from fast growing trees. So the reason is that, I don't know, maybe things are different where you live, but where I live, I can never get enough of the same variety of a particular shrub to make a hedgerow. There's just not enough available. You know, maybe there'll be 6 of, you know, one colorway, but one of them looks really bad. And you know, so there's really only 5, and then they've got some other colors. So there's not really enough to do it there. Or maybe they just all look really bad. Or maybe there's the possibility, like, I could go to this Lowe's, or I could go to this garden center and that garden center. But they look different. The same variety looks different, even though it's not supposed to. So that's what I've found beneficial with fast growing trees and hedgerows. Now, the hedgerow I planted down yonder, it's doing well. I did have a couple not make it. They did replace them. And then even still, I had a couple not make it. And you know, then of course the timeline was up. And so I've done some cuttings from those to try to fill in the gaps. But those plants are doing well overall. Now these, so these are from the Knockout family of roses. This is the double knockout. And let's see if we have, these need a drink and I need to get them in the ground. Double knockout shrub rose. Does it have the color indicated on here? I mean, this is how they came. I have had these about 2 weeks now. Just haven't been able to get them in the soil. Great time of year to plant them. Doesn't look like my color is marked on here. But they were all the same. They were all blooming. They all looked fantastic when they arrived. I don't see the name of the color. But anyhow, so I am soon going to be planting these, and we will see how they do. I've got a place down there where it's really, really hard to maintain. There's a fence, and then there's a seasonal stream which is kind of down like in a little ravine, and it's right by the road. So, you know, on one side of this little narrow piece of earth, there's the fence row. And on the other side of this narrow little piece of earth is the seasonal stream with the bank, you know, and it's also under a telephone line. So I can't plant anything that grows really tall. Extremely hard to get down there with a mower. Lots of like trimming, and it's just really hard. So on one side of my drive, I planted a hedge of a special hydrangea that could have full sun. And so the other side, I had a lot of issues. I tried to plant something there earlier. I had a lot of issues with slugs because of the moisture level, because of the seasonal stream. So I even put out slug bait. It was, I mean, I've never seen anything like it. So I thought that this might have a little bit better of a go. And anyways, if this interests you, seeing how my hedge of knockouts does, follow along. I will show you it. It's going to be going in here before too long. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed seeing how the different items from Fast Growing Trees are doing now, a couple years later, and also seeing my new specimen there, the tulip poplar. And thanks for watching the channel. Thanks for suggesting another follow-up to see what is happening with these plants. And I will talk to you again soon.